Good morning, everybody. Nearly afternoon. I had a great weekend this weekend, lots of drawing, and got into a little bit of nature this weekend. Visited the beautiful gardens that are near me and just walked around, connected with some trees. I've got some beautiful photos. I'll pop in the group later on, but if you are on my personal page, you would have seen a few that I did put up yesterday afternoon. But I want to talk today a little bit about art therapy and business and how it can help in business and the stories that we tell ourselves and the stories that we work with in our lives. I love working with storytelling and story work because it can really connect us into places within us, internal places where we really have stories. And it's interesting because I was just talking with somebody earlier today just about this particular thing and how we sometimes think we're not good enough or that we can't do something, or you know, we have this like internal dialogue going on for ourselves within this story. And where does this come from? I love working in and finding out what this story is. And recently I have been drawing a little, and I have told this story before about the blue cat, and I'm currently drawing a blue fantasy cat at the moment. So it's a cat with wings and claws, and it's quite, you know, out there, and it's blue. So I have this story where I was younger and maybe like 6 or 7. And I was colouring in because I was quite creative when I was young, hence why I do what I do now, right? Colouring in a cat, and I was colouring it in blue. I had a blue and a yellow and a purple. I can't really remember all of the colours, but this particular blue cat that I was colouring. And the teacher came up to me and grabbed the piece of paper and screwed it up and threw it in the bin and said to me, "Cats are not blue. What are you thinking? You don't know what color cats are. You need to do this again." And in that moment, it triggered me to make a decision about how I worked with things in my life. And that part of my story was that everything had to be exactly right, exactly as it was, exactly correct. So it led me on a path of perfectionism, and that if something didn't look exactly correct, it was not good enough. And it's interesting how this story played out for me in my life, and how in other people that I work with, how they have similar stories. It's not even such a big thing that happened, but something that can be very, very ingrained within us, that story, and we build on that story, and we start to elaborate on that story and create this story for us and how we work internally. And when I work with story with people, with clients, particularly business clients, because I see a lot of clients that can't, you know, they can't show up, they can't do things, they get stuck in their own way. You know, oh, I have to wait for it to be right. When will it ever be right? That's the question. That's the invitation to ask yourself, is when will it ever be right? And when will it ever be time? What is it about that part of you that you can't connect with, or where there's a story that you're telling yourself something? So being able to connect with that part of you in art therapy is what work I use and the techniques I use with my business clients. And being able to connect in with those parts through that artwork, because sometimes like things are pushed down and hidden and withheld, and they're within us. We know that they're there, but we don't want them to come out. And there is a fear around that. What is the fear around releasing that part of us that we don't want to tap into? What is that story? What's the storyline that we're being guided by? And some of the stories, you know, can be quite confronting. Some can be quite traumatic, but some can be just as simple as, you know, the blue cat story, but it sends you on pathways that you know, don't necessarily want to go on, but our mind tells us that we must go on this certain pathway because of things that have been said to us, because of these stories that we live in. So if this is something that you would like to explore, the art of storytelling in your life, I invite you to connect with me. It's something I love working with. It's something that is an interesting process. It is very revealing. It can be very revealing, sometimes for the good, and sometimes it can be a little difficult to go to those places, because, you know, with every light, there is dark. With every, you know, affirmation, there can be a deterioration. So there's always a balance, this balance that we have to live by. You know, we talk about the yin and yang, and the masculine, feminine, the positive, negative. There's always that balance that we need to work with within that creation of our life. And storytelling is a great way to do this. So if it's something that you would like to explore more, definitely be in touch. We've got the Creative Abundance Academy starting in January, which I'm very excited about. It's our business based art therapy program that will be working with business owners, also people who want to come in on a personal level as well. If you're an employee or in a business, it will work for you too. Exploring those parts of us where we want to connect on a deeper level to understand how we operate, how we work, what our mindset is, getting us into better mindsets. Do you live by a negative mindset, or do you live by a positive mindset? How those things play out in our lives, what things trigger us, and being able to work around that through art therapy and through story. Some very interesting work. And if you would like more information, you can comment below, and my beautiful Jane, my VA, will send you some details. So we have our Life Journey program that's currently running now every Monday fortnight. You can join in that. It is a perpetual program, so you don't have to stop and start in that program. You can just drop in at any time and join. Or you can join into the Creative Abundance Academy, which will be starting in January. If that's something that is of interest to you, you could comment abundance below, and we can send you details. We've got a beautiful PDF that we can send you with all of the information. And if you do come into the Abundance Academy, you actually get the Life Journey program included, which is very cool. So there's like quite a lot in that, and we will be meeting quite often to work on you and your business. And I call it like the level up program. So you'll be leveling up, and connecting with other amazing business people. So if this is something that you want to explore with you and your business, and working with art therapy as a way to connect in with that and get that internal knowledge, that internal power that you have inside you to really start and level up in your business, this is going to be an amazing program to join into. So I will leave it there, but yeah, if you want more information, please let us know below, Life or Abundance. So I've got the 2 programs running in the new year. Lots of other beautiful things coming in the new year for you to connect. We have 2 meetups in January because we are taking a little break over the December period. And I'll get Jane to pop the links in when she's got those available. I am doing a face-to-face meetup in my studio in December, and I believe it is on the 17th of December, and I'm probably saying the wrong date, so I probably should look. However, we will put the link, and we also have our regular online meetup at the end of December, at the end of January as well. So I'll get Jane to pop the links into that, into the chat after we finish on the live. So prepare your diaries, guys. 2023 is going to be an amazing year. I can feel it in my bones. Lots of exciting stuff happening. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of things going on for people, a lot of change, a lot of connection, and a lot of people really ready to sort of break out of that cocoon that's been building for the last couple of years. We've been in this growth phase, like a really big growth phase. And we're ready to really like break free from that and really connect into some amazing spaces in 2023. So if you want to be a part of those amazing 2023 events, yep, connect in. And I'd love to have you in one of the groups. And yeah, please comment below. Tell us what your challenges are and what your goals are for 2023. I'd love to hear that as well, because you know, the more we connect and the more we share, the more energy goes around, and it will build for everybody. So thanks, my beautiful friends. Enjoy the rest of your week. I know it's the downhill slide towards the Christmas break, whatever that might be. I am looking forward to a couple of weeks off, and I will chat with you all again later on. Bye for now.